Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's Real to Us, the wrestling show. We just got done watching Backlash. We're going to talk about everything that happened, what we liked, what we didn't like. Let's jump right on into it. John Cena retains the WWE Championship against Randy Orton after Orton somehow delivered, what was it, 5 RKOs?
5 RKOs, 2 AAs through a table.
A lot of people in the chat agree with you, Tiny Mike.
So let's talk about it right now.
I disagree.
Hold on, wait a minute. I got a question for the panel, and then we'll get into a group conversation. Okay. Was this match better than the Cody Rhodes WrestleMania main event against John Cena?
Start with Rodenbach.
I mean, there's no question it's better. I mean, the WrestleMania match is one of the biggest disappointments I can remember.
It's hands down, no question, better than that WrestleMania match. This match probably 2 times as long, or at least it felt like that.
Cena worked a lot in this match.
During that Cody Rhodes match, I never felt like Cody was winning. Here, Randy had me on the edge of my seat, itching my leg, being like, holy crap, is John Cena going to lose this 17-title reign like that?
I bought into Cena losing. Did anybody else buy into Cena losing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he got RKO 5 times.
All right, so I think the 3 of us are on the same page where we think this match over-exceeded expectations. Let's hear now from the father.
Let's hear bushy eyebrow boy.
I think that was probably the greatest wrestling match I've ever witnessed in my life. John Cena is just head and shoulders above anyone that's ever wrestled in wrestling. He is phenomenal how he could just take an RKO on a Friday night and lay there for 45 minutes and then the next day take 5 or 6 of them and shrug it off.
It's such a good point.
It's so good.
It's so fair.
It's so believable. And for everyone out there that's watched wrestling for the first time and see this, good for you. You enjoyed it. That's what it is. Like I said, John Cena to me is, I'm going to the circus. Oh, before I go in the circus, let's go to see the sideshow. There's the bearded lady. Oh, what's that, John Cena? Hey, bearded lady, John Cena. Okay, good. Let's go inside and watch the match. I don't mind John Cena winning. I grew up loving John Cena. I grew up. Listen to me. I'm not done. I grew up. John Cena was one of my all-time favorites. I'm so happy he won the 17th title. What I'm not happy with, I'm sticking to when he sold his soul to The Rock, I wanted to see more. I wanted that to be special. This is garbage. I'm sorry. It's garbage.
Okay. Now, can you argue?
So who's next?
Wait, pause.
Okay, CM Punk.
Let's keep talking about the match first a little bit.
Can you argue that Randy Orton has been the most exposed to, or John Cena has been the most exposed to the RKO over time, that he's built up an immunity to the move?
It's a good spin zone. It's a really good spin zone. Now, hold on, wait a minute.
If I get sick 5 times from the same
Jose just sent another 20 bucks.
Jose, big shout out.
Jose.
All right, hold on. Quick, if you're watching this on Patreon, we're currently live on YouTube. We got to give a shout out to our It's Real to Us community who was alive and well, donating all throughout the Backlash broadcast. Thank you to every single person a part of our community. It's Real to Us is growing every single day, and we hope that you are along for the ride. So let's jump right back in. Big shout out to Jose, Juicer, AJ Vegas.
Big shout out to who bought us the pineapple pizza. It was amazing.
Yes.
We are in.
I hope I'm not missing anybody. I know I am. But just
shout
know
out
that.
Shayra.
Wait a minute, it's Callum. Is this Gallum? Gallum's, I'm a 50-year-old toddler.
Well, me.
50-year-old Jack toddler. Yeah, Gallum. Thank you. I'm 50. I'm 62, you dummy.
All right. Back to John Cena versus Randy Orton. Let's go 1 to 10, starting with the father. 1 absolutely horrible, 10 fantastic. What would you give the match?
I give it a 5.
I think that's a little too low.
Yeah.
This was a spectacle.
Wild.
This was emotional. The nostalgia levels were off the chart.
What?
And for that alone, in my opinion, you factor in R-Truth's involvement. You factor in Randy Orton dished out 9 RKOs, 4 of which to officials from backstage. This has to be an 8.
This is what the
fair enough.
The John
I gave
Cena
it a 5.
title. This is what the John Cena title reign needs to be.
1 through 10, too. Make sure you do that.
1 to 10. I'm giving this a good 8.3. This is high on my.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to make an apology to Callum. He's saying John Cena's a 50-year-old Jack toddler. Callum, I love you. You're the man.
Great.
Father apologizes. Takes a big man to apologize.
This match made you sink your teeth into it, and you walked up to it being like, okay, Randy Orton's winning this match. How are you going to pitch this to me? And they pitched it in the best way possible. They made you believe inside, outside, upstairs, downstairs, to the left, to the right, west, east, north, south, that Randy Orton had a chance at all these opportunities.
I bought it.
And he still didn't get it. You had the ref bumps. You didn't have one. You had two. Because after one ref bump, you're like, okay, the match is going to end. Well, what happens when there's a second one? Nah, I bet. This match was
a new word.
It means wait in Italian. You know, I learned it from you and my teacher, Miss Riccioli.
Riccioli. She like it ravioli.
You don't get it. They put effort. They put care. They put love into trying to tell a story here, and they delivered.
All right, let's hear from Jack real quick. 1 to 10, buddy.
I mean, I would say a 7. I had to agree with Tony Mike, but yeah, I feel like he has it spot on.
Keep the gimmick.
I was.
But I think you have some qualms with it if you're putting it at a 7, right?
Well, I mean, I would say
I'm over the moon giving an 8.
Given their history, I think it's a good chapter in their history. But
I got a question for the panel.
Wait, pause. You gotta let him finish.
All right, finish. After Jack goes. Go ahead, Jack.
No, I mean, I would say considering it's Randy Orton was in St. Louis,
You don't even consider the hometown factor.
Ed,
that means nothing to you, Tony. Sorry, Jack. Keep going.
But I mean, you have to also assume that John Cena is going to continue, right? I mean, it's like right after all this,
you would have,
he's not going to lose out of Backlash. I mean, it doesn't make any
so
sense.
that's a great point that Jack makes.
Yeah, I mean, so given that it's in St. Louis and John Cena kind of has to win here, I mean, I feel like it was a great match.
Yeah,
I mean, not a classic, but 7 out of 10.
It's a predictable match that we still got excited for, and that is Backlash in a nutshell. This was a card that a lot of us said, "Oh, we know every single outcome that's going to happen,"
and we were wrong.
Well, you know what? We were wrong with the outcomes. We might have been right with the predictability a little bit, but it still got us excited, and for that, I think it's a home run show.
It's a home run show.
But towards Cena and Orton, I understand.
You know what this match is? You go 2-3 years from now, you're sitting there, you're like, all right, I'm on Peacock, let's watch Backlash 2025, and then this match comes on. You're gonna remember how good it is. You're gonna forget that, you just oh yeah, Cena beats Randy in the last time ever on this title reign. No, it is a spectacle.
Okay, can I talk?
You good?
Can I talk?
Yeah, let's hear your dog shit.
When we saw Dom fight tonight, right? He fought Penta.
Yes.
He had Finn Balor. He had Carlito. He had J.D. McDonough. Don't you guys think if John Cena had some muscle in his corner, not Travis Scott,
R-Truth.
not R-Truth, if he had some muscle.
R-Truth, baby.
Okay. R-Truth came out and got RKO'd and it was over.
R-Truth is the muscle.
But go back. I'm just making a point.
Let's hear him out.
Can
Let's
I
hear the
finish?
fight.
You're
They
right.
could have did such a better job with this from the beginning if they took off when he sold his soul to The Rock, and if The Rock was there, if he was interfering, if The Rock had people in his corner, John Cena had guys in his ring that always helped him to win. Make it more believable. Make it more exciting. This is horseshit.
Tony, I got a question for you. You said they could make it more believable. How, in your opinion, could they have made it more believable? Because R-Truth interfered, and a lot of people will look at that moment and say, that was the difference in the match.
R-Truth was one of 7 people who got RKO'd that came into the ring. He didn't do shit. He did no different than Nick Aldis or the other Mama Lukes that got friggin' RKO'd. It was a joke. I want to see John Cena, but I want to see not him hit. Now, who's he going to hit in the balls next time? That's the thing. Is it going to be CM Punk? Oh, no, after he hits CM Punk, then we'll go to Roman Reigns. Then we'll go to Brock Lesnar. Then we'll bring back guys that are retired. You know what? Make it a little more real, a little more appealing that you could believe in it a little bit. I like his character, John Cena. I like what he's doing, how he hates the world. He's making people like me pissed off. I get it. But I don't want to see something that's so. Even you make comments like, this is ridiculous. Well, he's eating 5 RKOs.
So here's the thing. Okay, Cena in his heyday, when people were giving him the most hate, in my opinion, it was when he was Super Cena. He would get hit with all of these finishers, and he would still kick out. And I think WWE is leaning into that. They realized the most hated thing about Cena during his run as a babyface was when he was Super Cena, and he was invincible. And regardless of what you threw at him, he kicked out. So because he's doing that now as a heel, it makes you hate him even more. So for that reason, I'm all in. I'm totally all in.
So then you want to see the next guy he fights, whoever it might be, for 2 weeks, John Cena lay in the ring for a half hour, and then we'll go into a match, and we'll see him take finisher after finisher. He'll get up. We'll see him do what he's got to do. We'll see the ref get knocked out. We'll see him hit somebody in the balls with the title again with no outside really help. and that's going to be exciting to you going forward for the rest of the year.
I think you do raise a good point with that comment. This match works really well, being like it's the first one in the real title reign where I get to do all these shenanigans and reclaim my title. You can't do it match after match after match after match. It worked here, given it was the first one in the bout.
This is no different than the Cody
I
match.
agree that the Cody match is a little bit different because you had interference from Travis Scott.
It was also him winning the title.
And there weren't as many ref bumps, and Nick Aldis didn't get RKO'd, and R-Truth didn't get involved. Like, you can't redo all of that again.
But it's the same premise at the end, though.
Like
But that's the
Bloodline rules.
thing. It works now, given it's the first time us doing it. How do we evolve in the next match? Say it's versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank or whoever. How do we put together a match that is of equal standard to this?
But we didn't evolve. I saw Cody Rhodes lay out John Cena 3 or 4 different times for a half hour. I saw Randy Orton lay out John Cena twice for a half hour with one finishing move each guy. And then I saw these matches that, he's not in the best shape, but he looked great.
Cena looked great tonight.
He did. He looked good.
Time out for a moment. Flowers to Cena compared to WrestleMania.
He
this
did.
is night
I'm
and
just
day.
saying he looked better in the ring. He moved a little better and stuff. But I want it to be more believable. You
way
believed
more-
in this?
This was way more believable.
I believe in Joe Henry more than I
Look,
believe in this shit. And you know I can't stand Joe Henry.
Compared
That's a great
to
call.
Mania 41, this was way more believable from
I agree.
Cena.
Yeah. Especially given the history. I mean, this is way more.
And you
believable.
have the history
I mean,
with it.
It's just.
You really, this is believable? He ate 5 RKOs.
Was there a moment where you thought
5
chaotic match.
RKOs?
Was there a moment where you thought Randy Orton was going to win this match?
Was there a moment that yeah.
I did.
No, there was a couple times where I thought
And
he
that's
was.
it.
Yeah.
That finite. Done.
They did their job.
It looked like he was
Exactly.
going to get pinned, but you
Yeah.
know he wasn't. I'm not saying I don't like John Cena winning. I don't like how the matches are ending. That's what I'm trying to get.
It's better than Travis Scott showing
This
up.
is a lot
Yeah.
better than Travis Scott.
I mean, referees are hard to come by.
Yeah, it's
we only have
They had
two.
There's only so many.
You want to know what's funny? They had a new referee debut, and at the end of the match, 2 of them got taken out. No referees are running down. I like the idea of somebody backstage. You know, it's your first day. We don't want to push you out there
We're
too
running
much.
low, so only if you deem it's necessary.
All right, but John Cena wins. John Cena retains. Next, who knows who he's going to be fighting against? What did you think of the match? Obviously, we have a little bit of split opinions on the panel. I think unanimously, though, we can agree, and it really comes down to Tony.
I
It's a
believe
thumbs
in-
up or a thumbs
Yeah,
down?
let's give this.
I
Let's do this. That's a great way.
believe in John
All right,
Cena.
John Cena defeats Randy Orton in St. Louis. I give it a thumbs up.
Absolutely, thumbs up.
All right.
Wow.
We got 3 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down for John Cena versus Randy Orton.
Hated it.
All right, quick predictions. What is John Cena doing next? And we'll move on.
I know what he's doing next. He's punching somebody in the ball bag. I don't know when, but somebody's going to get hit in the nuts.
I think John Cena's acknowledging our truth next.
I'd,
Being like, you saved me.
I acknowledge our truth.
I don't think you get Cena versus
May
CM
the
Punk
force
next, though.
be
That's the
with you.
thing.
Well, who's he going to fight? If it's not CM Punk, it's got to be Roman Reigns. And I don't think either one of those guys are on board for John Cena. So who's it going to be?
So he's
Can't give
advertised.
him Money in the Bank off.
Well, he's advertised for Saturday Night Main Event and Money in the Bank. I would assume maybe Saturday Night Main Event is a promo segment because Jey Uso's probably the main event. That's why you moved
Wait, you
into
know
the
if they
show.
were smart, what they would do in the next match with Cena? Bring back Goldberg. Do something like that. Why? Why?
You want Goldberg versus John Cena?
Then seeing.
The fuck are you watching?
Okay, so I want to see Roman Reigns lose to John Cena. Come on.
Tony raises a good point. You need
Yeah.
you
You
need,
gotta
book
put-
John
you
Cena
need-
to
It's
beat
more
Goldberg.
realistically, John Cena could beat Goldberg. Do you know what I'm saying?
you need to bring somebody in who Cena
He's
could
60.
he could legitimately beat, and it helps elevate the
So
story.
what?
Yeah.
Carlito. I need Cena versus Carlito.
Cena versus So you're going to go from Cody Rhodes, he wins, to Randy Orton to Carlito. That's what we're
Honestly,
gonna
you're
do.
not topping that Randy Orton match. Give me Carlito. Give me a fucking
Yeah.
dip.
AJ
I don't know. I
Styles,
just, you know-
maybe.
AJ would be great.
AJ could be fun. Who else could you do at this point?
Who's on SmackDown?
No, I mean,
Rusev?
yeah.
Rusev
Fight for
would
the
be
tank?
fun.
Oh,
Rusev
that
would
would
be
be-
really fun.
Rusev
Yeah.
versus Cena.
Realistically, though, if you see Cena in the ring with Rusev, you're assuming
No.
Rusev's going to kill him. All right.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. It
So
doesn't work.
you
You see
got
the one body slam Randy did? Randy took him down to the ground and like laid him.
Yeah, that was the power slam. I know exactly what you're talking
The
about. All right.
power slam.
So that's
spot.
what we thought of the John Cena Randy Orton Backlash 2025 match for the last time ever John Cena defeats Randy Orton. What did you think? Let us know in the comments of this video below. Let's talk about the rest of Backlash. I need to start with Gunther versus Pat McAfee. Jack, you didn't see this match. This was awesome. Okay, obviously we all knew Gunther was going to win, but the manner in which Pat McAfee performed was spectacular.
Yeah, I think Gunther is just like such a gem in ring because he's like, okay, let me play to the strengths of Pat here. And let Pat tell the story here about how he is going to be like showing adversity and how Pat is going to be able to like still maintain himself in this match and keep going with me. I'm not going to dominate him throughout because how is that going to show any grace to Pat? And that's what you got. And then you also got the spots with Michael Cole getting involved, and it let Pat McAfee get back into it. And then you had the chokeouts, and Pat McAfee got back up and then back down. It was beautiful. It's just a matter of Gunther knowing how to work a crowd correctly and work the show, and he could dance with anybody.
My favorite moment was Michael Cole holding Gunther's foot. At that moment, I'm like, Pat McAfee's going to do it. Pat McAfee's going to do it.
And that's just everything. Everything in wrestling is just making you believe in the moment. And everybody went into this match, just like everybody went to the John Cena match, being like, okay, so-and-so is going to win. But if for one moment you're like, oh, shit, no, they're going to lose and so-and-so else is going to win, they do their job.
At the end of the day, Pat McAfee did an incredible job tonight. Just to get prepared and into that match, especially when he started out the first time he's coming over the rope, he almost killed himself. His foot got stuck.
Big facts.
But you got to give kudos to Pat McAfee for hanging around with Gunther. Gunther was playing all night. Everybody saw it. He was joking. He didn't take him serious. But at the end of this match, Pat McAfee earned Gunther's respect.
Yeah.
When Gunther reached out and said, you know what? You're a tough guy. You stood toe-to-toe. You did what you could. I'm still the man, but you know what? He shook his hand. So I give Pat McAfee a lot of credit for just being prepared to even wrestle tonight against a guy like Gunther. So that was a great match. I love Michael Cole in it, and I enjoyed that match a lot.
Pat McAfee's last match, and I could be mistaken, was against The Miz in a filler segment at WrestleMania 39.
Wrong. It's against Vince McMahon.
That was WrestleMania 38. He fights The Miz a year later at WrestleMania
Is that when
39.
Shane tears his quads?
No, it's the night after Shane tears his quads.
Oh, I love when Shane tears his
That
quads.
was an iconic video.
Shane still got it. So the fact that
Still going.
McAfee, years removed from his last wrestling performance, is able to step into the ring with one of the best performers in the world today, hold his own, earn the respect of the ring general. I don't know about you guys. It made me want to see what else we can get from Pat McAfee in the ring.
But like again, like this is like the tricky thing with wrestling because it's like, okay, I understand how to work in the ring, but do I understand how to tell the story? Then this is McAfee coming out here and portraying the story with ease. You put McAfee in AEW, like they don't do that. They don't they can't get over a guy.
McAfee doesn't work in AEW because he's not fluid in the ring.
But
He's a
that's
storyteller.
The thing is like he's good enough to get by where you don't even worry about the in ring, and it's like okay, we can tell the story left, right, and center and be good with it. I don't know. That it's an applause throughout, just like lately, even throughout the whole show. It's just everybody over delivered. I think on tonight's card. But
McAfee's an ex-NFL football player, so we
he
know
punted Gunther like 5 times.
We know he's a tough guy, but I personally got to disagree with you, Mark. I don't want to see McAfee in the ring anytime soon. That's the beauty about Pat McAfee once in a while popping up.
I agree.
Because you can get into it, but if he was showing up month after month or every couple months, I don't want to see that. You know what? I love him behind the mic. Maybe a year and a half from now, we see him again in the ring. That's what I hope happens with Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I think less is more with McAfee.
Yeah.
Especially because you were able to sink your teeth into the story of like, okay, I'm doing this for Michael Cole after you came after him. And then you got Michael Cole involved in the match. And it's just like kind of like layers of the story that made it so good.
Yeah, he stood up for his friend.
So I think like it works well with like direction.
Fair points across the panel, so let's do this. Let's give it 1 to 10, just like we did Cena. Jack, you missed this match, so you're going to have to just fill in based on context of what you're hearing. Jack, let's start with you. Now, 1
Yes,
to 10.
my completely informed analysis is, 8 out of 10. Sounds
Yeah.
great.
You know what? The kid
Shit.
might be blind and not know what was in front of him, but he is correct.
That's a good. That's what I was gonna give.
I will give it an 8 out of 10 as well.
You want to know what? An 8 out of 10 for
A
me.
premonition.
And I give it an 8.5. I really enjoyed that match. I thought it was great. I thought McAfee, Gunther, they played their roles perfect. Michael Cole interfered. Great match. 8.5 on my
The Michael
part.
Cole touch of pulling down the leg is just chef's kiss.
No, you got to remember, too, he was in the ring with Gunther.
Michael Cole wants nothing to do with the in-ring work, and you know what? He got poked enough that he's like, let me get involved.
Dude,
He came to the aid of his friend.
Michael Cole leg, automatic aid.
Pat McAfee went chop for chop with Gunther.
He
and
did.
And he lived to
He
tell
was
the
bright
tale.
red.
He was bright. Oh, what the
He
fuck?
was like that.
It's hit with a chop.
Like
how you
McAfee
do
was
it.
eating those.
Chop. You all right? Your heart
Yeah,
stopped?
no, I'm fine.
Gotta be
All right.
careful. Talking
Okay,
stop.
all right. We might as well do the
That was
show in
hard.
reverse order at this point.
Well, where we go next?
We're gonna go to just don't hit me. We're gonna go to Dominic Mysterio versus Penta Intercontinental Championship match. I'm gonna give this a grading of a 6.5.
Good match.
It was a good filler segment.
It's a good filler
but
match.
I don't think it exceeded anything that Dom or Penta previously did in their encounter from 2 weeks ago.
No, I totally agree. It's more of a SmackDown match or a Raw match than anything. We've seen it before, but these guys got thrown in late. You remember, this is only aired 4 days ago because of the Jey Uso and Logan Paul debacle. So, you all right there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
He's good.
Yeah, I give this match a 7, a solid 7. It was a good match.
I
It was
think that's
fun.
a fair rating.
Yeah, good little 6.5 filler TV show. I would have liked to see a little bit more direction going forward with, okay, what are we doing with this whole Judgment Day and Dominic Mysterio angle between Finn Balor especially. You had the one spot where Finn Balor took a little time. He's like, let me go get the chair to beat up so-and-so, and he got caught.
That was the big spot of the match.
Yeah,
Is
that's the big
Finn is
spot.
obviously hesitant to help Dom. He kind of wants to be the guy who ruins everything for him.
Yeah.
Thankfully, El Grande Americano got
Oh,
involved.
the El Grande Americano spot.
and
the
I'm
greatest luchador.
I'm very excited to see where that goes with
Penta.
Penta and El Grande. Does that lead to Rey Fenix getting involved? Because Rey Fenix, as we know, lost to El Grande at WrestleMania. So
Metal plate.
that would be a fun way to tie the brothers back together.
Does this connect all? What was that paper? Worlds Collide the day before.
Saturday night.
No, Money in the Bank. Do all the luchadors kill El Grande Americano?
Because you're going to have the AAA guys there.
Yeah.
You want to know what? It has to lead to something. That's as good a guess as any.
I
But
think
I want to
so.
get Jack's opinion, who completely did not see the match, and he's taking his grading just
Yeah.
out of the context of what we're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like 5 out of 10. I feel like I could have saw this on cable.
Yup.
Yeah, it's
a
right.
It's
It's
a good
true.
grade.
Yeah,
true.
Well, it's Netflix now, but it's,
Well, yeah, or your local streaming services, and just didn't really stand out to me. I gotta say,
Great analysis, Jack, for somebody
Excellent
who did not see the match.
completely well informed. I know completely.
You want to know what, though? Last thing I'll say on the match, hats off to Dominic Mysterio being able to hold down the fort without his Mama Liv around. Right?
I love Dom. I hope he holds the title for a while. I love him with that belt.
I love him as the de facto leader, too, of Judgment Day. Never saw that coming, ever.
Isn't
no,
it
but
funny
he
that?
grows heroes.
Isn't it funny? Like I made this point a couple weeks ago. A lot of the heels in WWE are getting rooted for. They're rooting for them in the matches.
But that's the thing with the WrestleMania crowds is they're the smart fans. They know what wrestling they want and what they don't. Going into WrestleMania, I wanted Dominic Mysterio to be become the world the Intercontinental Champion. Yes, I'm calling myself a smart fan. Fuck you.
Arrogance. The
That-
arrogance.
That's gonna fade away with a little bit of time. Because the more and more times we do shows in I don't know, Omaha, Nebraska, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota, it's gonna tear down, and people are gonna be back to hating Dominic.
Well, for now, he's earned his flowers, and I'm excited to see where he leads the Judgment Day, but let's leave that there. Now let's talk about what might have been the best match of the night. I'm still not 100% sure.
Lyra?
Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. An upset in which I think a lot of us would agree. We thought Becky Lynch was going to win the title.
Excuse me.
Maybe the father has a different
I've
opinion.
been saying it all day, yesterday, and even before the stream. Valkyria will win that, retain the belt tonight,
guys
and
go to
exactly
Hogan's
what
today?
happened.
You did.
You guys went to Hogan's today?
We did.
Did
Yeah,
you
we
guys
go to
talk
Hogan's.
predictions?
What?
A little bit, not a lot.
No.
Yeah.
You called the Lyra at Hogan's?
Absolutely.
I love it.
Tony was all in on Lyra. from the
I
beginning.
was all in on it. I think
Lyra-
it's the smart book. She's the young talent coming up. There's no need to rush to put the belt on Becky. Becky could take loss after loss, and she's still the man, one of the all-time great woman wrestlers in the ring. So good for Valkyria. I think she's going to drop the belt probably shortly, sooner than later. But it's nice that she can keep it, and we're going to kick this feud down the road. And that match was great, so I would not mind seeing them wrestle again.
This was a star-making performance for Lyra, and I completely agree with Tony. Becky's moment will come, but for now, we can build Lyra up, and every single segment, every single match, every single moment she shares on screen with Becky Lynch is going to help further develop her into the future star WWE needs her to be. So hats off to Valkyria, hats off to Becky Lynch. Becky is 0-2 against Lyra. That's the story coming out of this match, and I think it's the right call.
My only thing with this match, I think you guys are both right. Spectacular, great, excellent.
Sorry. 9 out of 10.
9, 10?
9 out of 10 for me.
I'll give it an 8.5. My only qualms are I didn't like how when Lyra won, it was so quickly to put the attention on Becky. And it's like, okay, I'm going to roll you. You rolled me up, you won, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, and then my music's going to play, and I'm going to beat you up some more. And let Lyra enjoy her moment. That's it.
I hear you, but it for the sake of keeping the story going and for the sake of Becky.
The story's going to go no matter what. It's Becky losing.
Yes, but Lyra,
Lyra
something
have
about
some of
Lyra
this-
sitting there with her music playing, a definitive win, it just doesn't sit right. This prolongs the story. This makes me want to see Becky versus Lyra for a third time.
Yeah, Irish tap dance battle royal. I agree.
All right, and Jack, the person who didn't see the match, unbiased opinion.
I would say probably, yeah. I mean, 8 out of 10. It sounds great, and it's.
Unbiased opinion. He
would
didn't
say-
see the match. Give us your thought on the match. You didn't see it.
Hey,
I saw
you know
part
what?
of this
We
match.
saw.
I actually didn't see part of this match.
Okay,
and
very nice.
I would say, Lyra over Becky makes sense here, and
Get
see
the young
part of the
talent
match.
over.
And seems great.
8 out of 10 is a solid grade. Did you give 1 to 10?
No, I'm going to give it a 9.2, and I got
Wow.
this as the match of the night. I thought this was the best match on the whole card tonight, my opinion.
Did any match disappoint?
I don't think any match disappointed, but to keep it about this match, I don't know about you. I don't want to speak for anybody. My expectations, they were lower than the other matches. So the fact that
Cena Randy?
they exceeded my
Was
expectations.
it lower than Cena Randy?
It wasn't as low as Cena Randy,
Cena
but that's.
Randy,
But
I
I gave
was
Cena
low.
Randy an 8. But these,
You gave Cena Randy a better grade than
no. I gave this a 9. I gave Cena Randy an 8. This,
I went to the circus today. I
went to
saw
the
the
circus?
trapeze artist. I saw the bounces. I
John
saw the
Cena was in the
motorcycle
corner.
guys. And then on the way in, I saw the sideshow with Cena, and that was good, the sideshow.
right next to the bearded lady.
Yeah, everything was great. Circus was a great time tonight for the father.
All right, so I think across the panel, we really enjoyed that match. Now we got to talk about the first match of the night. That was the Fatal 4-Way United States Championship match. Jacob Fatu defeated Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, L.A. Knight. I'm going to start us off. Great way to start off the show. Everybody was hot. Everybody was excited. Great in-ring action. And the debut of Jeff Cobb
forgot about
was
Jeff
the
Cobb.
talking point out of this. So the surprise factor bumps it up a little bit for me. I thought it was a good match, but like I said, the surprise brings it up. I'm going to give it a 7.8.
Yeah, I'd say a good little start to the show, little teaser to the kidney, gets you going. Jeff Cobb, not the biggest fan of him. He's a little bit small. I don't think he's much more than the B-plus version of Bronson Reed. But, it's a story. It's something to keep your eyes on. You got Fatu getting a little separated from Solo, and Solo going out and being like, yo, I got a little midget. You got a little tiny boy Jeff Cobb to help out here. So that story, I think, is kind of interesting. But Drew and Damian, their spot was pretty sick. Great
Yeah,
match overall.
great spot.
I'll give it a 7.5.
I thought all four guys in the original match did a great job. It was boom, boom, boom. This is awesome. We got chance. Everybody hit spots. I did see in our chat earlier, Breaking Braden was reporting Drew McIntyre really got hurt when he went through that table.
Oh.
So that's a
Potentially.
little spoiler that I think could be true. We're going to find that out. But I thought the match was great. And at the end, Fatu leaves with the title, which is what I thought would happen. And we got a little spin now, a little family feud going on with Solo and Fatu. And now Solo has new muscle.
Show me potato salad.
Is Fatu going to fall in line? Or this is just going to end up being the Fatu versus Solo which we all think is going to happen down the road. But I definitely enjoyed this match, and I thought all 4 guys did a great job.
Overall, I think you're getting a pretty solid main event, opening match that tells the correct guy wins, and there's a story to come out of it going forward. So, really no harm.
Last thing I want to say before we hear from our unbiased, not person, the King, who didn't watch the match. I do like the idea of LA Knight and Damian Priest working together in this match. I think you could see a unique tag team coming out of this. I know the panel might not agree, but last thing I wanted to say before we hear from Jack, 1 to 10, my friend, where did this match leave you?
Yeah, I mean, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. You know,
It's a very fair rating.
Unexpected, debut, and we thought it was going to retain.
Well said.
I do like that he is blind rating these matches fairly accurately.
Blind
based
ranking.
Based
off
our
what he's
assumptions.
listening to.
He gave the lowest grade out of that. So from our description of it, he was like not impressed.
Yeah, but that's
You got to sell it
you
somewhere
got
to
to
me.
sell.
All right, what did you guys think though of this match? What did you think of every match? You know, we should probably rate the card 1 to 10.
Yeah. Overall, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Mikey thumbs up.
All right, we're gonna do it out of 5.
Okay, 8 out of 5. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay, I'm gonna give it an 8.3 out of 10. Exceeded my expectations in the most
Definitely
positive way
exceeded my-
possible.
More chops, Anthony.
Oh
get me,
shit!
Get me.
All right,
Get
hold
me.
on. Okay.
Do it.
Oh, no.
Do it.
All right, okay, Jose. This
No!
for anybody watching on Patreon. This is we're getting donated $10, and we have to chop.
3, 2,
No,
1.
Chop Tiny Mike.
Yes!
Tiny Mike ate it.
Do I
Tiny Mike's like hitting a wall,
How much
a
is
brick
a chop?
wall.
It's $5. So
That was a $10 donation, Anthony. Put the microphone down.
can somebody other than Michael hit me?
No, that doesn't count.
Michael, please.
Anthony, Jose donated $10. It's $5 a chop.
I'll do it,
Chop
and take it
price.
for your team. Flex.
Just.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
That
you
was-
want to
Yeah,
get?
I'm like, oh god.
Oh, that second one hurt. Dude, you're going to be all banged
That
up.
is
man.
all due
You're
to
gonna look worse
Anthony
than
having
McAfee.
pride.
That is commitment right
You're
there.
going to be
Anthony
ready to
was
McAfee.
gifted. This kid was gifted a pork chop by a lousy individual with poor motor skills and said, you know what? Again. Because he cares about you, Jose. He wants to know your $5 went to correct use. Look at him sweat. Look at him rub out those muscles.
Love
he
sweat.
is disgruntled. He is stretching his neck out. And that's all for you. That's
Keith the
all for you,
Wolverine
Jose.
said, Tiny, if you next time we run into Keith the Wolverine, he wants to give you a chop. He doesn't think you can take it.
Sure. Down.
All right.
Keith, next time
I
if we
love
see you at
it.
an event, you're going to chop Tiny. We're going to film it. We're going to see if,
Well, if we do the,
if your chop is devastating to the brick wall.
shit.
Oh God. Okay.
Also, I think we owe 3 shots.
Okay.
Jose, let's drink to that. Yeah,
we had
I
that
like that.
one.
No more chops. We got to drink.
We
All right.
didn't do this one.
No, we did do that one.
No, that one says no shots.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
God.
The last one was Jose.
And then I know for a fact we didn't do that one.
No, more chops. We got the Jose chops in, and now Jose just sent us again.
We're
Let's drink to that.
We're gonna do
Okay.
double shots.
For those of you watching on Patreon or listening on Spotify, Apple Music, this podcast has quickly spiraled into a chop drinking session. So we
We are shopping and drinking.
We appreciate you
Drinking
hanging
and
out.
Shopping.
We're going to take a shot, and then we might have to hit each other a couple more times, and then we're going to call it a night. But I do want to just shout out the entire It's Real to Us community.
Why don't we let Jack give a chop?
Sure, Jack can
Sure,
give a shot.
Jack.
Jack, you can chop Tiny
Wait a
Mike.
minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I
Let him chop Tiny Mike. I
fin-
want to see it.
All
I
right.
know for a
All
fact
right,
he wants
all
to
right,
kill
fine,
me.
fine.
No.
I'll do my spiel in a minute.
Jack is going to chop Tiny Mike. I want to see Jack chop Tiny Mike.
For our audio listeners, Jack is standing up.
Jack is standing up. He's getting around.
He's
Oh, this
warming
could be
up.
bad, Tiny. Jack's got some power. This could be a bad chop. Oh! He judo chopped him. He got him in the armpit. Tiny's face. Tiny went down.
Yo, this kid's got way more
Jack.
pop than you two moves.
Jack.
That was a long time coming, let me tell you.
Jack
no
felt
sympathy
good.
for Tiny Mike.
Jack loved that. Oh. All right, I love
I
it.
gotta
Tiny got phased. Look at him. He's rubbing his chest. He ain't that tough. Tiny ain't that tough.
I gotta say, guys, this is one of the better show. We've had some incredible streams. This has been a very, very fun stream, and it is because of all of the incredible community members we have right now. So right now, if you guys got a drink in front of you, what do you
But I got to respond to John Williams. John, you want the father to take a chop. So you want to see the father on the stream go down and start spazzing, and they got to have the ambulance rushed in. Sorry, John. We can't do that tonight. The father doesn't want to go to the hospital.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. All right. We got a lot to do right
Somebody
now.
throw out a letter.
All right.
Wow, Tiny's phased by that last chop. Look at that. Tiny.
Of course he is. I put it.
You know what? We found
Long time
Superman's kryptonite, and his name is Jack.
I love that.
All right, guys. Hey, this has been an
Sounds
incredible
about right.
stream. Cheers to all of you
Cheers.
watching.
Cheers.
We appreciate you guys hanging out with us, making this a special night we'll never forget. To Backlash to John Cena, long may the
Long
fucking champion.
Yeah.
Backlash 3 years in a row delivered.
Backlash delivered.
3
man.
years in a row. You got France, Puerto Rico, and Slow.
John, maybe next time, John. We'll see.
Cheers.
Right now, I can't do it. John wants to see the father go down. He's like, please, can we fall? After I told him I'd probably go to the hospital, he's like, please, can we see that? It's like, sure, John. I'll go to the hospital, no problem.
Go down the stairs.
I'll be happy.
All right.
Maybe we'll do a stream from the operating room or the emergency room.
Okay. We love you guys. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time on It's Real to Us.
Everybody have a great
everyone.
night. We had a great time
Good
tonight.
night.
Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for hanging out with us. And everybody, oh, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, wait, I never gave
And we
away
got,
my
and he's
shirt.
got to give away his shirt.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
Tiny Mike's giving away
and I
Do we
want
have
to give
any
a special.
mothers?
Yeah.
We do have a couple mothers in the chat.
All right, who's in the chat?
I-
That's a mom.
I don't know if
Shay Ra, you still here?
Shayra might still be here. She
Shayra,
might-
I'll reach out to you on Instagram.
Shay Ra
Happy
is
Mother's
getting.
Day.
Yes, and we're gonna send Shay Ra a shirt. Right? That's who you're
Yeah,
giving it to.
Sure. 'cause
Shay
it's
Ra for Mother's Day
She
is
got
getting
4
the shirt.
kids.
Are you still in the chat, Shay Ra?
All right,
I don't
we'll,
know if
we'll,
she's
we'll
on
figure
the
it out another
All right.
time. We appreciate you all. We love you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting It's Real to Us, the wrestling show.
Oh, Shayra's still in the chat. Yes, you still get a shirt.
Shay Ra, yes.
You're a mother.
Happy
you got 4
Mother's
kids,
Day.
You get a shirt. You get war.
We are gonna
Shirt.
send the
Shirt,
mark your
shirt,
information.
shirt, 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 shirt.
Send the mark your information. We'll put it in the mail next week. And have a happy Mother's Day, Shay Ra, and everybody else out there. Don't forget, take care of your moms. Wish them and tell them you love them tomorrow. So everybody have a great night. This is the father. I had a great time. Over and out.
And don't forget, let's go Mets.
Let's go, Mets,
Mets.
baby.
We're
And
Mets
don't
show.
forget to
How many
neuter-
times do we not
What do you
forget?
mean?
Don't forget to
Let's go Mets.
to spay and neuter your pets. We don't want them running around like that.
Oh, Charlie.
Love you guys.